Hey, how are you? I am Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, here with Fantasy Six Pack to talk about Thursday Night Football, a battle of the NFC West. The Los Angeles Rams go to San Francisco to battle the 49ers. Kickoff is at 8:15 p.m. Before I get into the video, I have my nice new tree is up for you, the Detroit Red Wings Snowman family. We're rolling here. It is the holiday season. It started a few weeks ago, December 1st, or right after Thanksgiving, if that's what you're into. So if we're already how many weeks into this thing, why not hand out some gifts, hand out some presents? Go to the Fantasy Six Pack website, fantasysixpack.net, look around, see what works for you. To be fair, giving gifts is cool, but what about treating yourself? We're supposed to, our mental health, our physical health, and what about our fantasy health, right? If you're not in the playoffs, if you're already toast there, hang out, join the Discord, sign up for all the stuff that they have to offer. There's no reason not to treat yourself this holiday season. Now, when we look back at this football game, and I'm going to be clear with you, I'll be honest with you. Was looking through the YouTube analytics and, the single game slate videos, couple hundred views. It's solid. I appreciate everybody who watches and leave comments. But I noticed people are only watching for about 4 to 5 minutes. So I do a 10-minute video. If I cut it down to 5 or 6 minutes, maybe we'll double the views here. So tell your friends, share the video. Maybe not maybe, for sure, this time next week, I'll have some things to give away, right? We'll talk about in the comments, maybe the Sunday social live. I'll hand out some stuff, not affiliated with Six Pack. I don't want you to think they owe you something. It's going to be coming from me, Detroit Beastie himself. Maybe my cat will show up and we'll go from there. So it'll be the video will be half the time. We'll get double the viewership. If you're in, let's roll. As I said, the Rams go to San Francisco. Over-under right now is 49 total points. I think this one's going to be fantastic. Could go off. The over, that's a tough hill to climb, but I think we're going to get there. I think we're going to get to like 52, 53 total points, and let's talk about it. I have about 6 guys I want to mention, and that's it. We're 2 minutes in. I got 4 minutes to get through this. I don't want to sound like it's rushed, but I'm going to try something different. When we look at the quarterbacks, there's no way around, both quarterbacks here. With a single game slate, right? Brock Purdy, Matthew Stafford. I have numerous lineups where Brock is MVP captain and Stafford is MVP captain. It just takes up too much time and money to put both quarterbacks in the same lineup. If I'm crazy, I'm crazy. But let's start with Brock Purdy. 21 to 22 completions, around 280 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and around 4 to 5 carries for 20 yards. Leading up to last week, week 14, so the 3 weeks prior to last week, Purdy struggled, right? His shoulder was probably tender, sore. That snow game was of no help to him, but he had 325 passing yards last week and 2 touchdowns. I think it's safe to say Brock Purdy is healthy, and get this, the Rams DST allowing 25.2 points a game, ninth worst in football, you could say, and they're allowing the Rams are allowing 225 pass yards a game, so Purdy's in for a good night, 280 yards, as I said, and a pair of touchdown passes. When we look at Stafford here, Old Man River still doing his thing. I have Stafford 22 to 23 completions, around 240 yards, and a pair of touchdown passes himself. When you look at Stafford, he's thrown at least 2 touchdowns or more the last 4 starts. But get this, San Francisco only allowing 183 pass yards a game, 3rd best in football. But if anybody can crack that code or get where they need to be with the football, it's Stafford. We've seen how many quarterbacks, C.J. Stroud specifically, which isn't, Stroud is still fantastic, but he's the only quarterback that I watch. Even as a kid, Stafford gets it done. When we go down the list, I wrote in Kyren Williams in like pencil. I'm not saying, I am saying Kyren Williams is a must. It goes without saying, but we all know you need to hear it, right? Or we need to hear it. I'm included. We need that reassurance that, what we're doing is right, or the studs that we're going to use. There's no tricks here. Everything is straightforward. Kyren Williams, 19 to 20 carries, looking at around 85 to 90 yards. He'll have a touchdown. That is a lock. Easiest thing you can do. Plus a reception or 2 for around 10 yards. But San Francisco, they're only allowing around around 116 rush yards a game. Again, if anybody can crack that code, it's Kyron Williams. He's got, what has he had? Over 80% of the offensive snaps last week, was up about 10%. Just maybe, in Buffalo, it was unnecessary, I don't know. We won't go there. But when we go down the list, I'm looking at Juwan Jennings, Puka Nacua, and George Kittle. That's it. We can get out of here. We just eclipsed 5 minutes, so give me another minute of your time. Again, my videos are 10 minutes. The average viewer, you right now, only watching for about 3 to 4 minutes, which I never took that personally. I know even our attention spans are, whacked out in a way. But when we look at Juwan Jennings, this guy has been a regular target hog monster for San Francisco since Brandon Ayuk split. Well, not split, he got hurt, obviously, but Juwan Jennings, 8-9 targets, 5 to 6 catches, 75 to 80 yards, and he'll score a touchdown. But the touchdown, it's rarely do we see a 1 or 2 yard touchdown reception from Jennings. He's a speedster. He's a target hog. I could see a case where you're looking at, I don't know why this just hit me here on the spot, 27 to 28 yard touchdown reception. I wouldn't be shocked if it's at like a 35 yard touchdown reception as well. When we look at Puka, I mean, he's a stone-cold stud superstar. We're watching it unravel in a good way right in front of our eyes. 11 to 12 targets, 7-8 receptions, 90 yards. He'll score a touchdown as well. And Puka last week, 12 receptions, 162 yards. He had the touchdown. And when you look at, as I was saying, the last 4 games, Puka's seen 35% of the Rams' target share. That is ridiculously good, ridiculously high. And again, you got Cooper Kupp over there doing his thing in a way. Is he pulling coverages off? Does it matter? They're getting Puka the ball, just right at the line of scrimmage, inside the 10, right at the line of scrimmage, and he's just toughing his way in. Let's not forget, Puka is not some 5'9", Danny Amendola type wide receiver. He's 6'2", 6'1". I mean, this kid is a load once he get going, if that's how we want to put it. Speaking of loads, don't let your brain go there in the gutter. We're talking about George Kittle. This dude is fantastic. He stayed healthy. Fingers crossed. I shouldn't have said that. Not trying to be a jinx guy or a superstitious guy. George Kittle, 6-7 targets, 5 to 6 receptions, 70 yards, and he'll score a touchdown as well. Last week, 6 targets, 6 receptions, 151 yards. Kittle's been doing his thing, and I see no reason why he won't find the end zone here at home as San Francisco and the 49ers do their best to get a win at home. They need it. The Rams, 7-6, San Francisco, 6-7 in that NFC East. Seattle's first. The Rams are at second. The Rams are right on the bubble behind Washington for that last and third wild card spot. Washington 8-5. So the Rams, do they need this game more than San Francisco? We shall see. San Francisco still got some fight in them, and they've been absolutely decimated by injuries. Christian McCaffrey gone, Jordan Mason gone, Ayuk is gone, and now rookie running back Isaac Guerrero. He's still questionable, but there might be a case for 26-year-old Patrick Taylor to see more work this week, but the Rams are 19th overall against opposing running backs. So be good, be safe, enjoy Thursday night football. The holidays are rolling. This is not the last time you're going to see me. We're going to talk again Sunday, and then we're going to do it all over again for Sunday night football. So give me the Rams to win this one, 28-24, within a few points here. Brock Purdy, Juwan Jennings, Puka, and Kittle. That's the way I'm going. You want some, whacked out kind of play? Go with Ricky Pearsall, 3 to 4 targets, 2 to 3 receptions, around 30 yards. If he can find the end zone, it'll be a beautiful thing. Only 4-8 on FanDuel. Be good. I'll talk to you later. Give me the Rams to win this one, 28-24. Bye-bye.